Hello, how are you? Chef Gregory here from Cowboys Club. So today we've got a Genoa salami, and this is a classic salami with peppercorns and red wine. Then we've got Etna, and Etna is made by a small producer, and these are actually coarser ground, so this may be something you want to think about. If you look at this salami, this one's a little finer, this one's a little coarser, and this one actually has pistachio and lemon. So a little bit familiar, but with a little bit of change in the flavor, it's fantastic. And then you want to think about something sliced, whether it be a Serrano ham, whether it be a prosciutto, maybe even pastrami on the plate. So we've got a little bit of variety, a little bit of texture on there, and a little bit of color. That's kind of the basics on the cheese and charcuterie. So I'm going to show you guys a different way to cut cheese to where you can get a little bit of variety on the plate, maybe with just one or two different cheeses. So we're starting off with our smoked cheddar. One thing you want to do is when you're cutting cheese, the knife may end up turning. So just to be safe while you're at home cutting the cheese, actually put a towel on top of it, and then you're going to press down. And that way, if the knife turns, you're still going to be safe. So then you want to take off the rind. Some cheeses have an edible rind. Some of these are actually wax coated. In this case, this one's a wax coated cheese. So you want to make sure you remove that. And we'll cut several pieces and we'll take a look at some different ways to actually make this look different on your plate. I wish you guys were here because I can really smell the maple smoke on this. It's fantastic. So one of the basic ways you could actually do this is just to cut nice little blocks, so that when you're looking at the plate, you're actually putting nice blocks on there. The other way you can do this is actually cut it into wedges. And then we'll do one more real quick. And I could actually just cut nice lines. And all of these lend itself to just a different experience. Maybe one is just a casual bite and walk away. Maybe one of these is actually going on your plate. And maybe somebody not really familiar with this cheese, so maybe they just want to try a little bit. All of it's just there to give you a different height, texture, and look on the plate. So that's three different ways you can look at cutting the cheese. Another thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to provide some kind of cracker, crostini, or even flatbread. And a great way to do this would be to get just some naan bread or some pita bread from the store. And you can actually just cut it in similar way that we cut the cheese. You could cut strips, you could cut triangles, just however you want the look on the plate. Then you're going to take just a little bit of olive oil, brush that crostini, a little salt and pepper, maybe a little dried herbs, maybe a little fresh parsley, or even Parmesan. You're going to bake those in the oven, 350, 6 to 8 minutes, till they're somewhat crunchy, or you could grill them. And grilling them is a great way to get a different look and also get a little bit of flavor out of that bread. You get a nice look with that grilled bread. So now that we've talked about kind of a cheese variety, looking at the different salamis, we're going to actually start to build our plate. And there's 100 ways to do this, probably even 1,000 different ways. No way is wrong. Again, it's kind of how you want it to look, how your guests are going to experience the cheeses that you're putting on that plate, or maybe just how you want the flavors to work together. Good thing though is just provide a good variety, a little bit of texture through the different cuts, and a little bit of experience through the different flavors. If you do that, you're going to be successful at making a great cheese and charcuterie plate. So, and you can make it rustic. You can make it simple. You can build it architecturally. Again, it's your cheese plate. Have fun with it. We're gonna add some salami on there. One thing that I want to tell you about the salami is most of these salamis are in casings. So before you go to actually put it on the plate, you're gonna want to peel this little layer off. Makes it easier to eat, gives it a lot better texture too. Great thing you can do is line everything up ahead of time, put it on the plate. Then for your sliced meat, it's great to get a little bit of height out of that sliced meat. Maybe put it next to a baguette, give it a little bit of a rustic look. Then you could add different elements. You can add nuts and olives if you wanted to. You could add some pickled peppers. Maybe you want to add some marinated tomatoes. So different ways to add some color, some texture, and some different flavors, and that gives you a great cheese and charcuterie plate. Again, I'm Chef Gregory here at Cowboys Club. We really miss you being here. Can't wait to see you again. Thanks.